Don't forget, the enemy's gate is down. Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We're visiting a favorite of mine. This is a deck that I built for Freshly Brewed, a show I do on my channel where I just build a deck and we just play it. And thought it was going to be a meme. Mazes and Gates. Of course, Baldur's Gate gave us the card Baldur's Gate, which is a very, very powerful magic card. Kind of go ball coffers for Gates. And of course, Mazes End is in an anthology. And I kind of built the deck, thought it would be kind of silly. I ended up actually being really, really good. And for a while there, I mean, I was crushing with the deck. People were making Mythic with the deck and sending me deck lists and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. That's awesome to see. It's like the pinnacle of content creation is to build a cool deck. People start playing it. That's really awesome. So we're revisiting it now because while Baldur's Gate gave it the core that made it a playable deck, I think, in the new gates here that draw a card that seeks spells, as well as Baldur's Gate itself, we get a new gate. Surprisingly, out of kind of nowhere, in Dominaria United, Thran Portal. And this is a card that was super overrated. I think this card is almost completely unplayable in most normal decks. This is essentially a bad mana confluence fast land. Easy piece, untapped if you control 2 or fewer lands, so 3, if it's your third land, it's fine. It chooses the basic land type that comes into play, and then it's that type as well as a gate, but whenever you tap it for mana, you take 1, very similar to Mana Confluence. So, in a lot of ways, a much worse Mana Confluence, a card that doesn't see a lot of play anywhere, really, except for, like, broken combo decks. However, the important thing here is this is a gate. So, this is a uniquely named gate that is an untapped source of mana. So, 2 things this deck really, really wants. Of course, all of these gates here, every single one comes in tapped except for Baldur's Gate. So, the only untapped lands in this deck that produce a color are the 4 Plaza of Harmony, the 2 Pathways, and it makes it a little hard to cast cards like Explore or Growth Spiral on turn 2, because you often have a tap land into another tap land. So we're trying out Thran Portal here. Obviously, this deck does not want to take damage if possible. So the pain aspect of this card is going to be an interesting test. However, the untap part should be off the charts good. We're talking more turn 1 Arboreal Grazers, more turn 2 Explorers and Growth Spirals. And this deck operates in a very similar space to Tron does in Modern, where this deck just goes over the top of everything. Puts a ton of mana in play, casting huge Krasis, drawing cards at Guild Summit, has an Oblivion Stone type effect with Gates Ablaze, and then most importantly, the game it's bogged down against a slower control deck, you just have this uncounterable land that wins the game also. And winning the game with Mazes End on turn like 5 or 6 isn't crazy, honestly. So, deck's super cool. Sideboard is basically the same. The biggest change here is Thran Portal, and I just freaking love this deck, so we're going to play it again. I think this deck's super awesome. So, let's gate it up. But first, quick word from our sponsors to CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Let's rock and roll. Play first. Hand is very awkward. But I think we keep. We have Ram and Gates Ablaze. Any blue is great. This is fine. That'd be not ideal. We'd love to have an Explore here rather than a Growth Spiral, but we can make this work. Any blue source makes the hand great. We have Ram plus Ablaze, which is obviously great anyway. So, on the play. Celestis for the Restus. Bird. Alright, play gate. Say go. Down, down, down to Tumbledown. Turn 1 Forest, Commune with Spirits. It's friggin' Enchantress. This is fine. We Mazes End them. Cool, no problem. Draw Baldur's Gate. Sweet. We just play tap land here, though. Baldur's Gate's actually a mana fixer, too. You got X mana of any color, so that's pretty cool. Sanctum Weaver. Okay. There's our blue land. It's probably just... So this deck gets 9 lives in play with Salinity, and you're unable to damage your opponent. But we can win the game Mazes End, so it doesn't actually matter. Do I want to ram here, or do I want to... I play the gate. It's other gates you control, so I can't actually cast the Ram off that. So I'll just play Ram and just go. Then next we can go tap land, Baldur's Gate, cast Guild Summit, or Gates Ablaze if I cast another creature. This is fun. Enchantress? Pretty cool. Historic's great. I love Historic. I think Historic's an awesome format. I know people are a little whiny about the alchemy cards and stuff, but I think Historic is a phenomenal format. It reminds me of Modern from like 5 years ago. Just this total crazy, wild, wacky world where anything goes. Paladin class says I can't play spells. Sure. Might need to just kill the Sanctum Weaver, honestly. We can't just get them all this mana, so let's just play Simic Guildgate and attack for 5. Play Gates Ablaze. Just get out of here. I was not playing that many creatures, so this is a 3-turn clock. Maybe less than I say with spirals and stuff. Sure, this is fine. So they're gonna play borrowed time. I think we're in good shape here because realistically, I don't know if they can stop Maze's End, and they're just really slow. So let's play some Landos here. So we're gonna go tap these 2 and cast Explore. Cool. We're going to play... I want to play Growth Spiral, but I want to play Guild Summit also. I can't play both, I guess. Play Baldur's Gate. Gate taps for 1 or for 3. Same thing. So just cast Guild Summit, whatever. Sure. Cast Guild Summit, so go. I guess maybe I should wait. No, I screwed up then. It's like, I can't cast Growth Spiral. I would have land drop too. The problem is if I cast Guild Summit and they just like Banishing Light it or whatever, I don't draw any cards. So I could cast it and just draw a card now. Sure, let's do that. Whatever. Cast this, pay for it, and play a Gruul Guildgate and draw a card. Route is awesome, so that's great. Solemnity, sure. So they can't get counters. And Sterling Grove. Yeah, so they're setting up their lock here. So normally this is the lock. They have Sterling Grove in play, so we can't target their stuff. They get Solemnity in play and 9 lives in play, and we can't kill them. We don't need to kill them. We should win the game. And we're about to go bananas here and drop a bajillion cards. So let's play Izzet Guildgate and draw a card. Another route. Oh boy. Alright, let's add a bunch of green. And we're gonna double route here. Holy moly. Alright, we're going to get all of our Gate Seatower stuffs, draw some cards, and we're going to just route again, yeah, sure. So just looking for a Maze's End now. Just going to get uniquely named lands, Boros Guildgate and Dimir Guildgate. Draw 2 more cards, and once we find Maze's End, the game is over, and I don't think that they can stop us. Here, sit this. We can even like end step. Actually, yeah, end step spiral the Maze's End into play also. Be like sneaky about it because they have some sort of like something. All right, so now Ram can't even hurt them anymore, but we can still maybe play it. We're gonna play Guildgate, draw a card. We're gonna make 1,000,000 green. Make 10 green mana, play route, and go get some more uniquely named lands. Draw some cards. And there's Maze's End. Alright, cool. So we're going to set up to, we're going to explore. And we're going to play Plaza of Harmony. And then we're going to cast Gatebreaker Ram. Let's cast Explore again. Explore, putting Thran Portal. And then we're going to draw another card. We're going to play Grazer. And draw another card. We're intentionally hiding our Maze's End with the intent to end step cast Growth Spiral and sneak it in on the end step so they don't know it's coming. And just say go. So again, they think they have the lock. But they're going to search for what? They're going to search for something here. If there's some enchantment that stops me from casting Maze's End, we'll lose. But I don't know if there is. Presence? Yeah, the game's over. So, this is sick. This is sick. They have the full lock in play. They got the full pillow fort up. They're feeling so good about themselves. They have no idea what's about to hit them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Draw your cards. Whatever. Sure. Do your thing. I wonder what they have post-board. We also have Ugin against them, too. This is a pretty fun matchup. And this is the power of this deck, because this deck is able to make 17/17 Rams and draw a million cards. But it can also just beat you with this. If you have anything weird going on, you just Maze's End and kill them. Cast Growth Spiral. And put in Maze's End. And, gotcha. And they're reading Maze's End. Discard hand size. And, activate Maze's End. I really wish there was a good animation for this. It makes me sad there isn't, but there it is. Finding the end. Like, what would be cool, like a little maze thing or something, or like, I don't know. So, we're going to bring in, cut all 4 Gates Ablaze. We will give them, that'll give them their creatures, but whatever. We're going to bring in the Gates. We're going to bring in Ugin. Cut the Gates Ablaze. Bring in, like, a Dispute, probably. Might bring in 2 Disputes. Then maybe shave, like... The Rams aren't great. It's funny. Like, the Rams, like... It is like a plan B. It will pressure them and make them get their combo in play, lest we just kill them with the Ram. So it plays all the counter spells, too, which I kind of like. Let's shave a Ram. I think 3 is fine. I want to keep the Grazer. I want to go fast. So now we have 2 aces in the hole. We've got Ugin, and we've got our Mace's End, where Ugin's also just like a... win the game that way. This is fun. Remember, folks, as always, this is a companion article to this video on CoolStuffInc.com, where there's free content every weekday. Every single weekday, free content. No paywall, ever. And we have a no green source sand. Baldur's Gate can produce green, which will actually allow us to cast Explore on turn 3. I'm going to keep this. And actually, I'm sorry, Plaza of Harmony and Baldur's Gate on turn 2 is an Explore. So this is fine. We can keep this. I'm not sure how we're going to play the lands yet. Hopefully we just draw a green gate and call it a day. We have tons of green gates, obviously, so... Paladin Glass, sure. Paladin Glass, a little awkward against our counter spells, but... So if I go... Baldur's Gate on 1, Plaza of Harmony on 2, cast Explore, that does work. Otherwise, I could just go tap land, Baldur's Gate on 3, make 2 green, cast Explore. Yeah, just do that, I think. Whatever. Sure. Sit this? Okay. I can see a small argument for just, like, leaving in the Gates Ablaze, just because he's killing these creatures is so important. But... Destiny Spinner, so maybe we'll consider not having counter spells. Okay, so another enchantment can be countered. We're gonna go Baldur's Gate. We're gonna make green. Cast Explore. Draw Forest. Yeah, sure. Play this. Play Grazer. Play Guildgate. Just working along here. A little bit of a little backroads path, but it worked. Uncounterable Sanctum Weaver. Yeah, we should leave Gates Ablaze, I think. They're going to attack. Look at this attack. Look at this unbridled aggression. Alright, so... Unfortunately, our Mystical Dispute does nothing. We've got... 3, 4, 5... We have 6 mana available. You can hit a small Krasis, or we can just cast Gatebreaker Ram. And buy Jegantha. Let's do that. So let's do this. Add a bunch of green. Cast the Ram. Buy Jegantha. And they have a bit of an engine online here, but nothing really crazy, honestly. They just have 1 engine piece to draw cards. They have some mana online too, so they're kind of doing it, you know. But Sterling Grove, draw a card. Gideon's Intervention. What is this? As it enters the battlefield, choose a card name. Your opponent can't cast spells of a chosen name. Good thing I boarded that one out. And for all damage to be dealt to you and permanents you control by sources of a chosen name. Sure. Well, I can't cast it, so whatever. And then play Banishing Light. Great. Totally fine. So play Vanishing Light, kill my Ram, attack for this, we block, no problem. So we're still in on Gates Ablaze or Ugin. Those are our plans. Draw Guild Summit, awesome. So let's play Guild Summit, and let's draw a bajonka cards. Tap you, and tap you, and tap you for a bunch of blue. Maybe I'll actually make green, and then I'll leave up one blue, so I can draw Spiral, Grazer, or Explore, and keep the ball rolling. I actually like that a lot. So let's make all green, and then we'll tap. Wait. Yeah, and then tap a blue. Cast this with 2 mana. No, wait, no, hold on. What am I doing? So I don't hold on. Yeah, I screwed up. I want to leave a green on tap. So yeah, do this, and make blue. Right. And we have 5 blue. We're going to cast this. We're going to tap and draw 2 cards. So draw 1, 2. Let me draw a Ram. That works. Sure. So let's cast a Ram. Cool. So we had 12 outs there of good cards to draw. And say go. They are getting set up here, obviously, but we are drawing to Ugin or Mace's End to win the game. Now at Destiny Spinner and Sanctum Weaver, they could, in theory, actually get some work done. They're going to hit the Ram here, which is totally wrong, I think. I think hitting the Guild Summit would have been much better. Alright, level 2. What, Soundbug is back? Soundbug? Really? I haven't Soundbug in a long time. Alright, every attacking creature gets +1/+1 to each. Oh, they can't target their creatures because they have Shroud. That's funny. Alright, so let's see. Let's draw. Let's see what we draw here. We're going to commune, sure. They are popping off right now. They are doing basically everything they could ever want to do. Let's see if it's enough. Paladin class again. Draw a card, sure. Weaver makes infinite mana next turn. We draw a Growth Spiral. Let's play Portal on green, I guess, and draw a card. It's Negate. Yeah, it's a little awkward in the face of Spinner. But now we have... How much mana we got here? Let's make some green. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's tap 8 and cast a Krasis. So we're going to draw 3 cards. X is 6. Leaving up a... Yeah, just the Soundbug is just the worst. Alright, so draw Explore Spiral. Got a big blocker, got another blocker, still kind of doing it. I worry about the next... I think the next turn or two, things can get a little ugly, so another Weaver, yeah. They're starting to be a little too unchecked here. 10 mana. Level 2, sure. Make a land into a 12/12 with Trample and Haste. I might actually be dead, hold on. I don't realize they had Trample too. This says... And they can target these or not enchantments? Alright, you got me. Alright, so unfortunately we left them a little too alone for that for this game. So they were able to go completely unchecked and kind of do their thing. I guess we want Gates Ablaze. I think that was a mistake to bring in the counter spells and bring out the Gates Ablaze, but that's fine. That happens. So we're going to bring the Gates Ablazes back in. And I think I want the Ram too, actually. Rams are pretty good. It's, you know what? Actually, let's split it. Let's do 2 Gates Ablaze. Let's do 2 Deafening Clarions. So they, if they have the Gideon's thing again, we can play around that, which is kind of cool. Let's take out the Disputes. And then the question is, do I want the Negates or not? Negate is good against them, barring Destiny Spinner. With Destiny Spinner, it's obviously just a blank card. I'm going to play... Rams do clock. The Rams do clock. Negate counters... I guess it only counters some of their cards. Say this is one of their main engines doesn't counter that. So get rid of this. Let's shape a Ram. So we'll do 3 Rams. Try this. I think we'll be in good shape here. It's funny. It might actually be right to bring in all the Clarions and take out the Gates Ablazes. But I don't know how many Gideon's interventions they have. So on the play. And is great. You draw 1 single land. And we're good. We're off to the races. Grazer. Put in Guildgate. Put in Guildgate. Thank you. Any land. Probably an untap land, but Maze's End. Okay. Hold that, suppose. Untap land. It'd be super nice here. There's Sithis. Alright. No untap land. Sure. By Jegantha, say go. I mean, route next turn is great. Double route into Maze's End is still, like, really good, so... Here's good. So they got a pretty good draw here. They have two good engine pieces. And Paladin class again, sure. Not sure what the deal with that card is, but we're going to cast Route. We're actually going to play the Gate also. So I want to get Baldur's Gate and go nuts next turn. So we're going to Route. We're going to get Baldur's Gate and some other uniquely named Tumbledown, whatever, Manorborn, whatever hand card. Yada yada. We'll play this one and just say go. We are quickly approaching a Gates, Maze's End kill. Spinner, okay. Draw a card. We can play like a... We can actually play Route. We can't play Route and a Krasis next turn. Oh, we can actually. We tap our lands correctly. So yeah, we can just play Route and a big Krasis, and then we'll play Maze's End, and we'll go for the kill next turn. So here's Commune. So I need some way to stop me from Maze's Ending in 2 turns. And also deal with the Krasis I play as well. So there's another route. Alright, so all I want to do here is go... add a bunch of green. It's 5 green. Hold on, actually. No, we're gonna... I'm sorry. We're gonna route first. Oh, no, this is the problem. I'm sorry, yes. If I route first, then I can't use the mana for Baldur's Gate. Because I'll only have green mana. So I can't cast... the Krasis. Maybe I can just like play Jegantha and a route and just kill them next turn. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, just cast a route, not with this. Cast route. And get some uniquely named gates. Get this and this. And then we're going to make it 7. It's not even close to enough. Whatever, so cast. You know what? Actually, I should have played Jegantha and played this next turn, but whatever, it's fine. Dimir Guildgate and Boros Guildgate. 3 mana left over. Play Maze's End, and I guess just don't kill me. Can they deal 20 damage to me this turn? I don't think so. We'll find out. I think it might have been better to play Jegantha and conceal the route, and then next turn is like surprise route, Maze's End, you're dead. That would have been much better for sure. Second Sterling Grove. Yeah, I think they're just dead, right? 7 white, level 3. 9 lives. Yeah, you're just dead. So, cool. Alright, sweet. So, a little sloppy the last turn there, but we'll take it. Maze's End, getting it done. I don't care how much stuff you got in play. It's irrelevant to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is going to be 10. So, let's add a bunch of green. And Maze's End. Give me any gate that's uniquely named. How about... Look at the stupid Thran Portal. Finish it off that way. I'll name white. Boom! There we go. The Maze's End kill for the win. Sorry, 9 lives. That was sick. That was a sick match. Bobster. Boopster or Bobster? Boopster, I guess, right? Yeah, it's Boopster. Alright, Bonnet's on the play. Our hand's not great. It is very slow. On the play, I think I would keep this. Just turn 3 summon, turn 4 route is like pretty good. We're looking at 2 untap lands, which is pretty cool as well, but I think we have to mulligan this hand on a draw. If they're any sort of fast deck at all, we just get destroyed. So we're going to mulligan. It kind of sucks, but that's better. Sure, keep this. Ship the extra named land, and we just got turn 2 Explore, turn 3 Ram, plus Gate. It's pretty good. Evolved Sleeper. Interesting. Evolved Sleeper. Unfortunately, we're going to not gain 3 life off our Plaza, but whatever. Alright, maybe we are. Thoughtseize, got to take Ram here, I would assume. I don't know, it's like kind of weird because like Explore makes our deck function, but Ram is like pretty good. Alright. I also would assume they would have kill spells in their deck, which is one of the counts against Ram, is like you're playing this card that like just dies to removal when your deck isn't usually bad against removal. Oh, they're just jamming. Alright, let's go. They're just jamming it in here. Alright, so we have turn 3, 4/4 Ram, which is pretty good. They've got rather small attackers, honestly. They have Thoughtseize again. Hive. No Thoughtseize. Must have a kill spell, though. So, well, Plaza. Gain some life. Unfortunately, we're a little flooded here. But that's the life of the old mulligan of the Thoughtseize. Just is what it is. Our best draws here are definitely just Explore, Growth Spiral. I guess Gates Ablaze is really good, too, obviously. But, alright. What's the Ram going to do here? Unfortunately, the Ram can't actually block either one of these particularly well. I mean, trading with Sleeper and 2 mana is pretty good, but can't block the Knight. Knight would be a 4/5 Death Touch. They have the Verse. All right, so the good news is like their clock is still extremely slow. And the good news is also is amusingly Jegantha is actually pretty good against them. They don't really have a good way to answer a Jegantha. It just like can't verse it, can't push it. Can attack into it obviously and trade with Death Touch, but here's the attack. He's gonna pump. All right, so we take a chunk here. We'll like a draw spell. That's not a spell, so not the best. You know, we just draw all lands. It happens, I guess. Play Guildgate and say go. We're probably dead here. They're gonna get it for 7, and if they do literally anything, we're dead. Yeah, sure. All right. So I mean, rough game. We mulliganed. They mulliganed. They Thoughtseize us, and their beatdown wasn't exactly the most brutal, but they have outs here. I mean, we draw Gates Ablaze here. The game's afoot, you know. Now we draw Growth Spiral. All right, so Gates Ablaze, Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, it happens, I guess. And then we'll show up the usual land too. So, all right, you got me. Happens. You know, definitely happens sometimes. So, a black aggressive deck. Definitely gonna want these Clarions. This is probably a spot where I don't want the Rams. They also saw Ram too. I think I'm fine just cutting down on Rams. And then I think with this Ugin too, actually. Just cut the Rams completely, bring in the Ugin. Don't want Negate. I don't really want the Angel, I don't think. We're not really like, it's not our life total that's the problem. It's them like Thoughtseizing us and us not drawing spells that's the problem. So, yeah, just bring in more Sleepers. Call it a day. Clarion should be pretty good here. Obviously, Clarion plays really well with the Rams, but I think it's the Rams that's the card I want to cut. I do want the summons against them if they're playing Thoughtseize. If they're playing like Gruul aggro, I would definitely leave in the Rams, because they're also hard to kill there too. But because they have Thoughtseize and their clock isn't that fast, we'll leave the summons in. We'll see how game 2 plays out. We're also in the play. Summon's pretty good in the play. I mean, draw might be a little too slow. We'll see. We'll see if they have our rule spells and stuff post board and see how we want to run it. All right, here we go. Game 2 on the play, and just insane. Awesome. Thran Portal, a little awkward here, but we drew the Barkchannel Pathway, which is cool too. So play this. Play Grazer. We have Explore available. Okay. Do a Guildgate and Explore Maze's End. We have a lot of mana this time. Evolve Sleeper, sure. Deafening Clarion, excellent. So Explore. And we've drawn both Thran Portals. Ugh. That's gross. Like, don't ever want mana confluence against the aggro deck. Triumphant Adventurer. These are all humans, right? This is like black-white humans, maybe? I think this is just Portal. Choose blue, I guess. Comes in tapped, yeah, that's true. Just like buy Jegantha, play another Grazer. I could just Clarion now and then play Grazer. Oh, wow, the colors to play Grazer. Holy shnikes. Let's play this. Put this in on red. And then buy Jegantha and say go. We have no gates that draw cards just yet. Definitely don't want to get ventured here, so we're gonna block. Just block both, I guess, honestly. Block both. If you want, they can pump twice and kill my Grazer, but whatever. No one's cast Deafening Clarion. I don't mind this being their... If their entire turn is spend 3 mana to kill my Grazer, and then I just cast Clarion to an empty board, well, they're not going to do that. That's also great. Interesting. We draw another Maze's End. Alright, well now I'm going to cast Jegantha. Now we have Jegantha plus Clarion. We can jump block the Adventurer, which doesn't look suspicious at all, honestly. And then next turn it's just Clarion. I guess the problem is they can go grow, untap, grow, and it's out of Clarion range. Let's see what they do here. What does this do? Make a goblin or make a treasure. Yeah. So if I don't block now, and they pump, they draw a card, it makes it pretty hard. They're not going to pump. Yeah, just block. Take 3. Alright, sure, whatever, that's fine. My hand's empty anyway, so.
Tend to regret it.
It's like this. Untap.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Gates Ablaze too. So they do have a Liliana in play, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying, but let's cast Clarion, Mace's End. Obviously, drawing both portals is not what I want to be doing here. It's unfortunate that we drew both. But Maze's End for Baldur's Gate. Play Maze's End, say go. Liliana Plus is fine. We will need to get ahead of the ultimate, but that's a pretty far time down the road. I get to double Baldur's Gate next turn. I mean, double Maze's End. Sucks. She old red. No, Hydroid Krasis. They can edict me now too. So I can Krasis and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can draw 4, and I would take 4 because I gain the life from Krasis also. Then they just edict me and attack though. I think I'm just dead. So you probably want to do less than that. Maybe we'll draw like just 3. Let's tap colorless, red, green. Wait, no. Make this blue. 4, 5. This is really awkward. 6. Oh my god, no nothing. Right, draw, go to 9. Plaza of Harmony to gain life is pretty cool. One, two. Oh, so this is not a gate either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unique gates in play. Ugh. All right. End turn. Think we're in trouble here. Not really blocking anything well here either.
I have bigger demons to deal with. The foolish after. I've always hated crowds.
The good news is that Seeking does not hurt us. This is still a lot of damage. This is 8 damage. I'm gonna be at 2. I'm gonna be at 1 after I Maze's End. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have an out here. A third Hive of the Eye Tyrant? Alright. We're gonna gate. We're gonna go to 1. I don't think we have any outs here. true line anyway, so... Yeah, even if we were to draw a Gates Ablaze, this kills the land. Alright, that's fine. That's tough. Tough games. Definitely didn't draw particularly well, unfortunately. The Thoughtseize got us. I think they kind of just got us. Just happens. Whoop. Look at that deck list. God, look at the deck list. You'll love to see it. Oh, all fours, 30 lands. Perfect. Alright. Hand's not great. We do have turn 3 Gates Ablaze. No ramp, however. I think I'm going to keep on the back of Gates Ablaze, though. This is a kind of a loose one, but also no green just yet. We have Mace's End, so... It's a risky one, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel. Alright. They have an Ornithopter they want to play, too. I'm not sure if they want to play it or not. Okay. Draw a Gatebreaker Ram. Okay, so... The question of, do I want to play Gates or not? This is, of course, not a Gate. I don't want to have a Gates Ablaze on the next turn, so... Let's play the Dimir Guildgate and say go. It's turn 3 Gates Ablaze. Love to draw a green source for Ram. Ram is also a nice piece of the puzzle here. A Bridge and a Sentinel. Alright, sure. Still an Ornithopter for thinking about casting. I'm not sure about it. Okay. No attack. Sure. Not sure what that's all about, but hey, live your life. Another Sentinel. And an Ornithopter. So, and a Thought Monitor. Alright, yeah, so if we Gates Ablaze here, we kill their whole board, but they draw 3 cards, which is kind of gross. I think we're going to wait and try and milk it a little longer. Let's play the Gate to Seatower tapped and say go. We pay for one of the Sentinels next turn if we wait. Darksteel Citadel. Good old Ornithopter getting in. Just kidding. Just kidding. I was hoping for the end, or am I an attack anyway? That'd be sweet. Just nothing. So, obviously they have counter spells, but I probably too. Probably in a bit of trouble here. We're just going to go over the Gates Ablaze. They're probably going to counter it. We're going to lose, but whatever. Pay for 1 Sentinel. Okay. We're still at 16. Playing Plaza also opens up a tapped green source to cast our spells too, which is pretty good. They haven't really done a lot here, honestly. Just a couple of 1/1s and a 2/2. There's a Foundry that speeds things up a little bit. So Foundry makes the Thopter into a 4/4. It is a ground 4/4 though, so it would run afoul of the Ram. Take 5. I am Karn. Playing Karn in the Affinity deck. Interesting. And they get a Sky Sovereign. Sure. I think we're dead here. Probably just mulligan, honestly. Guild Summit. I mean, they get to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turn. Yeah, we just like don't have any outs, I don't think. We can't stop the Sky Sovereign from killing us. Yeah, I'll just go to the next game. That's fine. Alright, so probably should mulligan that game, honestly, but whatever, it's fine. Kept a kind of a loose one. We're gonna bring in Deafening Clarion is kind of weird. It doesn't actually kill everything. I might just stand bad here, honestly. As long as you have a fast start, it should be okay. But if we're playing into their rebukes, it's pretty bad. Dispute's like okay. You can counter Thought Monitor and like maybe a rebuke, but I don't think it's necessary. And then Clarion's like not going to kill their bigger, more threatening things, so we'll just like not keep a shitty hand, right? Yeah, just simple as that, I think. Okay, so you're on the play. Much better. Much better. We're going to keep this. Got our Thran Portal ready to go. So we're going to go, I think, Gate and then Portal on green. It's going to be our plan. In a spiral. And then hopefully we just draw a land for Route for a turn 3 Route, which is really, really good, obviously. Foundry go. They have a Thopter too. Ugh. So they have the turn 1 4/4. Broken. Alright. Green. And I'm going to cast this now. I'm not going to risk them like countering it in some weird circumstance. Or I don't know. Just like... Alright, so make it 4/4. And they put in the Guildgate. And say go. We have Ram next turn. It's going to be pretty big. Big enough to take this thing down. Moon Snare Prototype. Tiger 4. Sure. I think this is okay. I think we'll be alright here. But wait, there's more. Foundry number 2. Sure. We draw a Gate to the Citadel. So Gatebreaker Ram. Ah, right. Take 1. Got a nice 6/6 here. Holds down the construct. Ram is very good. It's honestly, it feels like a little off plan to some people. Where it's just like, oh, just a 6/6. What do I want this for? I'm like a ramp deck. But like, it plays such good offense and defense. And makes your opponent deal with it. And like, if they don't have an answer, you just can't stop it. You know, they're gonna, what are they gonna do? They can't attack anymore. And now I have time to do all my crap. And of course, it always lives through Gates Ablaze because it's always too bigger. So Foundry number tray, but now they are stuck. Stuck big time. We're gonna route. Take 1. We've taken 3 off Portal so far. We're going to get Baldur's Gate and a red land. I guess we'll get a unique red land because we want to have unique types. Let's get the Gate, I think. That's an 8/8 now. Am I going to play the Gate or Mazes then? Let's play the Gate. Get 9. This is like a lock, too. Honestly, you know, it does not take long to end the game with Gatebreaker Ram. And of course, a Gates Ablaze can just clear the way and then kill that way, too. So... we have a ton of mana next turn, which is great. The old Baldur's Gate. Tron's online. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 mana next turn. Outclassing the turn 1 4/4. Oh my. Guild Summit. Holy moly. Alright, so let's tap this and make blue. So we have 6 mana floating. We're going to cast this and tap this and draw 4. Might be 3 for Growth Spiral, actually. Yeah, we'll leave up the Golgari Guildgate, I think. Alright, so we're going to tap 1, 2, 3. Draw Krasis, Route, Summit. Alright, it's kind of a tilt. We didn't draw an actual land. Let's cast Growth Spiral and see if we can draw a land that way. We do have second Guild Summit we can cast. But we can just cast that later, I think. We'll just cast Growth Spiral and try and get a land here. They're going to dispute this. Or whatever, rebuke this. More than welcome to, obviously. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there we go. We hit the Guildgate. Sick. Draw a card. 10/10. Now, they can activate their Foundry and make a 1/1, which would grow both of these. And my Ram will only kill 2 of the 3. which I think is fine, honestly. Right, so we deal 10, we deal 4/4, and then we leave them with 1/3/3 Ingenious Smith, and we're at 13 and feeling pretty good. So they could actually remove it next turn with this thing. So let's attack here. See if they want to go to 1, maybe. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They actually have exactly lethal next turn. If they were to just to take this, yeah, we actually did reverse dead here. Holy crap. They have exactly lethal. So they block. Well, if they don't block. I mean, if they just go to 1 here, untap, and then cast the channel ability on Moonsnare prototype, and we're actually just dead. I guess they'd have an artifact too. But that's probably their best chance of winning, honestly. They block. I don't know how they ever win if they block like this. Like, so I'm gonna kill both Smiths because they will be 4/4s or bigger next turn. So very happy with this because now we're not dead on board anymore. So I mean, next turn we're gonna draw a bajillion cards, make a huge Krasis, just do like everything we ever wanted in life. We're also close to. We actually also have. We have a Maze's End kill next turn too. Also, we just have like Baldur's Gate, cast Route, activate Maze's End. So we have to win like 7 different ways next turn. Sack this to make a Thopter. Okay. Ram. Sure. So just cast. Let's just make a bunch of green. Cast the route. Let's get 2 uniquely named Guildgates. These 2 are unique, right? And then just activate these then. Oh, sorry, draw 2 cards too. Once we get rolling, it's pretty good for us, you know. Play this. How about 12 differently uniquely named cards? Is that cool? Is 12 good enough? How about 12? Looks good enough to me. Looks good enough to me. All right, so yeah, now we're on the draw, which is a little worse, obviously, but I think we're still good here. Feeling pretty nice. No turn 1 4/4 this game, I think. We could avoid the turn 1 Foundry plus Ornithopter. I think that would make life a little bit easier. On the play, it's a pretty fast clock. So we'll just skip that one if that's cool, you know? Skip that one a little bit. Let's play a card like Ancient Grudge this matchup, you know? Or like some other sort of like artifacty hate card. Alright. On the draw, a little scary. Deck's half lands, love it. Grazer's good. Portal. This is a spot where, like, I don't even think it's worth it to play Portal on 1. Because we're just taking damage and, like, I don't think it really matters. I mean, we're going to keep this, obviously. Sentinel. We just Spiral. So if we were to Portal on 1, cast Grazer, putting Guildgate, we could then Spiral on 2. Otherwise, we're going Tapland, Grazer, Tapland, Tapland. I actually like that. Yeah, so now you're spiraling. I want to do it. So green, Grazer, Bone Spiral. We're putting this thing, and we're doing pretty good here. We have the Baldur's Gate naturally in hand and a Krasis. So Sentinel number 2, sure, and a Foundry. No Ornithopter, no Ornithopter. Excellent. We draw Plaza of Harmony. I mean, it's funny. We like kind of want to like pay for the Sentinel tax if we can, but I want to put every gate in play possible also. Yeah, I think it's just whatever, honestly. Whatever. They just have their freaking cards. It's fine. Attack step. Why are they so allergic to attacking? I don't understand. Alright, draw your 2 cards. Draw a Guild. Summit. Okay. Now Baldur's Gate taps for 4. We have 6 mana next turn. Could just cast a decent-sized Krasis next turn. Because casting Guild Summit will also let them draw cards too, so... I think decent-sized Krasis is fine here. Play Baldur's Gate. Add a bunch of blue. Just 4/4 Krasis. Nothing crazy. Just a 4/4 Krasis. Just a baby Krasis. Draw Gates Ablaze and another Krasis. Yeah, we like that. And just say go. Now they have a good reason not to attack. Foundry, make a servo. Right. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. That's their artifact count. Attic Oasis is a nice update for this deck. And a decent-sized Nettle Cyst. Sure. Izzet Guildgate. So, I play the Izzet Guildgate. We can tap the Baldur's Gate for 6 mana. We can cast this, pay twice, and tap. So if I play this thing, it's 5 mana. Cast Summit, pay twice, draw 2. I like that. Play Plaza. We're going to tap this for blue. Nope. You tap this. Keep my gates untapped. Tap for blue. So we have 4 mana floating. Cast the Summit. We're going to pay for both. Pay. And draw 2. Alright, and just take up. The old Nettlesis is pretty big, and next turn we have Gates Ablaze, Guild Summit. Now, with the Summit already in play, now every gate we play, we just draw a card. So, we don't really need to cast any more spells, which is awesome. We're making more mana. I like to draw an extra land effect or 2, but this is cool. We're doing it. They just better land. So they do have 5 spells in their hand. Need to be aware of that. We're building up to a monster Krasis, and we have Gates Ablaze available also. So, Gates Ablaze currently dealing 5. So, you do a little more than that to kill the... I guess this will die because these ones will shrink also. So, Moon Snare prototype. Very prototypical. No, not funny? Sure. Yep. And they are tapped out of blue, which is the important part. So, I think we're probably going to Gates Ablaze next turn. It says trample? No. So, yeah, I'll just... Looks like a pretty nice Gates Ablaze to me. Gates Ablaze, Guild Summit. We have... Alright, so we play Izzet Guildgate, draw a card, tap for 6, Gates Ablaze, pay, cast another Summit. Seems reasonable. Sure. So, play this draw card. We'll attack for 4 also. So, Guildgate, sure. Attack for 4. Cool. And we are going to make a bunch of blue mana. And then we're going to Gates Ablaze. Pay for both Sentinels. We are the big mana deck, not the small mana deck. Pay. Pay. Boosh! There we go. Just trying to do it, you know? Alright, so we have 1 mana floating. Now we're just casting Guild Summit. Yeah, just cast second Guild Summit. And just say go. So now every land we play, we draw 2 cards. Our deck is literally built to put lands in play, so I think we'll be good from this point out. Make it 1/1. They can put assist on it and get in for a decent chunk, but, I mean, at this point, next turn we are, I mean, casting a huge Krasis, drawing 2 cards. If we draw any Explore, Spiral, or Grazer effect, we're just, like, putting more lands into play, drawing more cards. Karn the Great Creator. You get a Pithing Needle. Is it gonna name Maze's End, I guess? Name... Oh. Opponent, no. No, not like this, opponent. So, Pithing Needle is an interesting card. It says, choose a card name. Activated abilities of sources of a chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. This, unfortunately, is a mana ability. So, yeah, I mean, it's bad beats for our opponent, unfortunately. We're going to play this Izzet Guildgate and draw 2 cards. And then we're going to make a boatload of mana. And they're probably going to concede once we do this. They're going to think we're cheating. Add 6. Cast the Route. 2 mana floating. I feel bad, honestly. It just like not how it's not working. I think they think it's going to work. To get 2 more gates. Draw 4 cards. Play Ram. If they name Maze's End, that one works. Because Maze's End's not a mana ability. It's an ability that goes and gets the lands. Oh my god, another Route. Holy god. We're gonna deck. I want to cast the Ram, honestly. So let's just cast the Ram. And then we'll cast an Explorer also. Yeah, let's put in the we could put in the Plaza. Then cast Growth Spiral. Alright, put in the Plaza. Gain 3 life. We have to discard 2 hand size here. We'll discard one of these extraneous routes. Make a Thopter. Is there some like nasty card they could have in their sideboard? I don't think so, right? Some sort of like Blood Moony card. I don't think that card exists. The card that the Karn usually gets against big mana decks or whatever decks is like the 6 mana artifact. Makes all spells cost 2 more, but we got plenty of mana, honestly. We have mana to spare. Moon Snare Prototype out of the sideboard. Okay. So we'll like eventually find Maze's End or just take a huge Krasis or whatever. I think they probably have like a a portable hole kind of card sideboard for Krasis, so it's a little less reliable, but make a 7/7. One blind spot for Gates Ablaze is Planeswalkers, unfortunately. Gonna make this into a 8/8 creature. Assists do stick around. Yep. In for 9. Kind of cute. Analysis plus the Foundry is infinite, like huge creatures. Strange. Okay, declining to attack with their flyer, trying to block my Ram, I guess. We can just Gates Ablaze, so. Eventually we'll draw Maze's End, just like win the game, I guess, but. Pathway, Growth Spiral. Gruul Guildgate, draw 2. Cast Growth Spiral. Do I want to cast Route? I want to deck, honestly. So I do want to find the. Oh, there's dead, right? Just Route and cast Yeah, there's that actually. Never mind. Oh, it's at my... I didn't really want to do that, but sure. It's at my, my Baldur's Gate. That's fine, whatever. Draw a bunch, cast Gates Ablaze, attack 15, kill our opponent. Another route? Alright, yeah, I mean... Play Gates Ablaze. It's funny how that works out, you know? The Ram always survives Gates Ablaze. Every time. Every time. Grazer, yeah, so attack 15. Cool. So, yeah, definitely a sloppy heap keeping game one, but pretty convincing win otherwise, which is pretty great. All right, awesome. I mean, so went 2-1. We did lose to an aggro deck. Obviously, they have some Thought Seizes and a few mulligans here and there. You are playing a ramp deck. Occasionally, you will just draw like a lot of lands and no payoff. And the Thought Seizes hurt a lot. You know, we had like one key spell both games because we mulliganed, and we just like lost the spell of the Thought Seize. We kind of just lost it. And then friggin' She Aldred coming in and trying to ruin our day in other formats too. But I think his deck is awesome. I think if you love ramp decks, if you love Tron decks, love big mana decks, this deck plays very, very similarly to Tron in Modern, but in Historic in a totally unique way. Again, I love Historic. Thran Portal was, it was fine. The game we drew 2 was pretty awkward. I think obviously playing 2, maybe even playing 1 might be right, but I think 2 is probably reasonable. It does bring us up to enough untapped lands to feel comfortable playing earlier Explorers and stuff. And even though you might take 1 or 2 damage over the course of the game, playing that Explorer turn earlier against aggro will still be better than not playing it at all. So, Portal was pretty good. It was pretty good. And, yeah, this deck's just super sweet. It's super tight core, bunch of extra land stuff, drawing cards, playing lands, big plays. This deck's awesome. I love this deck. Gates in Historic. Who would have thought Maze's End is actually... And this deck's a real player. It's not a meme. I know that might look like a meme, and I often play decks that are kind of just fun. This deck is very, very real. You should be able to take this deck to Mythic if you're playing well easily. This deck is very, very good. So, check it out. And it's pretty cheap, too, honestly. I mean, it's literally just like, what? A couple Mythics, a bunch of common lands. Very, very cheap. Good budget deck, too. So, that's sweet. So, I'm Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, as always. And Historic Gates, check it out. I'll be here every Monday, of course, as usual. Of course, my Friday article will be up as well every Friday. So I do a written article on Friday and a video article on Monday. Use promo code JIM5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com for board games, card games, miniatures, singles, sealed product. You name it, they got it. CoolStuffInc.com, all right? Thanks, folks. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.